knowledge is as much in the dark about the destiny of man as nurslings toddling in the park about their city's master plan.
We must remember when we dwell on evolution that in man the ascent cannot be made pell-mell, but in accordance with some plan, and that the aim is he should grow in noble traits and qualities, and not a disproportioned show, leading to freaks and oddities.
Temporal knowledge ne'er can find, however oceanic it might grow, what model nature has in mind, what changes future man will show.
One who counts on the erudite, their theories, speculations, views, to read this cryptic scroll aright, must be prepared for dismal news.
So what I foresee is that there will occur calamities.
Including nuclear war.
There will be a nuclear war, but its effect will be greatly restricted. Certain strange developments will occur, so that although it will all appear to be natural or for geographical or astrophysical causes, but they will be deliberately created actions of superconsciousness, and explanations may be rendered for them, but they will be the outcome of our present disregard of evolutionary laws.
With slow advancement in due time, he has to be a god himself, though he now fills with smut and grime this globe in mad pursuit of pelf. It will soon reach the balmy stage, immune from war, disease, and dearth, for rearing up the illumined sage, the symbol of divine rebirth. And every year a golden crop of these immortals will arise to help climb safely to the top the savants who train for the prize.
What I aver is not a dream, nor wishful thought, nor fantasy. Though it may now fantastic seem, it soon will be a reality when bursting missiles, pounding guns, exploding bombs, and rifle fire will clean the earth of power-mad slums, imperial dirt, rapacious mire, to make it ready for the shift from the old order to the new, in which the strong the weak will lift, and the rich to the poorer give.
The drama that shall soon unfold on earth to enwrap her mighty stage in flames with loss and deaths untold shall usher in a golden age.
When wise to her great destiny, mankind will use the utmost care, science and sane technology, unbroken peace and joy to share for ages. In this lengthy span of time to teach and guide the race, there will arise a superman and woman to create a pace. A new society, new laws, new values, standards, and new norms. A new world order free of flaws, which more with law divine conforms. In course of time, by grace divine, the earth will be a paradise, whose habitants like gods will shine, transmuted by the gracious prize. From baser metals into golds, long-lived, enlightened, healthy, wise. A race of heroes strong and bold, whose pleasure ground will be the skies.
This happy dream does not come true, as in its progress intervene
our pride and prejudice,
the two declared foes of this heavenly scene.
Those who blame nature for our woes, our sorrows, and destructive wars, forget that they are their own foes, for 'tis their pride which mercy bars.
And those who shudder when they hear one talking of the approaching war have no idea the race is near to total madness and not far. If nature does not bar the way to it with travail so intense that crazy notions which now sway her great would yield to prudent sense, and build the milieu which she wants to put in motion her great plan, the time when heaven these blessings grants to suit the dignity of man will be the right occasion for the upward movement of the race, which no attempt of man will bar until she gains the height but grace.
In vain the rebels would oppose the assured completion of this plan, to get for it a heavy dose of suffering for a lengthy span of time until the storm subsides and brutal natures are well tamed. Mankind again in peace abides, and blasted areas are reclaimed.
Earth is in a sullen mood and wrapped in darkness at full moon. Her snoring elders with their brood make drowsy crowds dance to their tune. This welter of metallic toys will not take mankind very far, because too soon the playful boys will use them for a deadly war.
The wind of change is blowing hard. Only the learned and the elite, who our laws and traditions guard, still fail to read the signs aright.
For mankind has stepped as a whole from childhood into adolescence, but most still act a childish role due to our mentors' lack of sense. The ills of child delinquency, of drug addiction, drink, and vice, which grow in count and frequency, are warning signs which should suffice to tell us that something is wrong in modern life, to make us pause and look round patiently for long until we hit upon the cause. A war is brewing, as the learned have no idea of nature's plan, to which the bulk their back have turned as arrogantly as they can. A competitive humankind, contending for the pride of place, or wealth and assets one can find in other segments of the race, cannot survive, try as she might, for much time in the nuclear age, as contest of fire can ignite, which earth can lick up with its rage.
The only way that can ensure survival is remove the cause, the tempting bait, the catching lure that prompt the use of teeth and claws. There is no harm if some attain to rank or greater share of wealth, but they become luxurious, vain, and prodigal, which ruins health, and sets a bad example for the rest by kindling envy's fire, so that they labor too hard or become corrupt and roll in mire, to have a larger bank account, computer, sailboat, or a car, a plane to fly or horse to mount, delights of free love with a star. Something new, more expensive than the brand or model which they own, a villa on a grander plan, built with the headache of a loan.
The very presence, very sight, and e'en existence of this hulk of unrestricted wealth or might is virtual poison for the bulk of mankind, as it generates a competition fierce and keen for these two tempters, which creates a ceaseless battlefront between the toiling masses and the rich, or those who hold the higher grades, for which the former always itch, till slowly hate their heart invades. Projected on a larger scale, the same two sirens lead to war, and if remedial measures fail, will always mankind's prospects mar. There is no hope of lasting peace or love among the nations till these two tempters do but cease to incite the mobs to fight and kill.
Why we of high ideals dream or harbor bright utopias is just because a guiding beam tells us to change our social laws. The office of the awakened sage is how to actualize these dreams. What are the errors, what the rage, what the excesses and extremes which stubbornly obstruct the way leading toward the appointed goal? For dazzled by a bright display, a toxic glow from burning coal, the festive crowds drunk with delight, the rulers, scholars, traders, priests, enchanted by the wondrous sights, engrossed in pleasure, fun, and feasts, regard with disbelief at first the warnings from that holy shore. But soon, when missiles start to burst, they see ablaze the glittering store.